If you own a ranch in Southwest Colorado, you've probably heard the term conservation easement thrown around at some point. Maybe at a property tax meeting, maybe from a neighbor, maybe from your accountant, looking a little too excited about it. So what is it actually? A conservation easement is a voluntary legal agreement between a landowner and a land trust, or sometimes a government agency. You agree to permanently limit certain kinds of development on your land. In exchange, you can unlock some real financial benefits. Here's the thing though. You still own the land. You still ranch it, graze it, fence it, irrigate it, hunt it. What you give up is the right to subdivide it or build it out in ways that would change what makes it valuable in the first place. It's not a donation of the land. It's a donation, or sometimes a sale, of certain development rights tied to the land. Let's talk about why ranchers around here actually do this. Southwest Colorado has some of the most sought-after open land in the country right now. That pressure cuts both ways. It's great if you ever want to sell, but it also means every acre of working ranch land is a potential subdivision in someone else's eyes. A conservation easement locks in the character of the property permanently. It stays attached to the deed even after you sell, even after your kids inherit it, even after their kids inherit it. For multi-generational ranch families, that permanence is often the whole point. It's a way to make sure the land stays a working ranch. Instead of turning into 40-acre ranchettes with a paved road running through the middle of what used to be your best hayfield. Now, the financial side. This is where people's ears really perk up. When you place a conservation easement on your property, an independent appraiser determines the value of the development rights you're giving up. That value can become a charitable deduction if you're donating the easement to a qualified land trust. Some landowners structure what's called a bargain sale, where they sell the easement for less than full market value and get a mix of cash and tax benefit. There are also potential estate tax advantages, since restricting development can lower the appraised value of the land, which in turn can lower what your heirs owe when the property eventually passes to them. I'm not going to throw specific percentages at you here, because honestly, those numbers shift depending on federal and state rules. What I'll tell you instead is this. If you're sitting on a ranch with real conservation value, it's worth a real conversation with a tax professional and a land trust. So who actually holds these easements? Usually a nonprofit land trust. Around here, that might be a regional or state-level trust that specializes in agricultural and ranch land. They're the ones responsible for monitoring the property going forward, typically an annual visit, to make sure the terms are being honored. It's not intrusive. Most ranchers barely notice it happening once the easement is in place. One thing folks get wrong, a conservation easement does not mean the public gets access to your land. It doesn't turn your ranch into a park. You can still restrict access completely if that's what you want. The land trust holds the easement, not a key to your gate. Another misconception, it's not all or nothing. Easements can apply to an entire property or just a portion of it. Some ranchers protect the river bottom and leave a building envelope open near the house for future generations. Every easement gets tailored to what the landowner actually wants to preserve and what they still want flexibility on. If you're thinking about a conservation easement, here's roughly how the process goes. You start with conversations, your land trust, your tax advisor, maybe your estate attorney. Then comes the appraisal, then the legal drafting, which spells out exactly what's protected and what uses are still allowed. Once it's recorded with the county, it's permanent. That last part is worth sitting with for a minute before you sign anything. This is one of those decisions that's part financial, part legal, and honestly, part emotional. You're making a permanent choice about what your land gets to be, long after you're not the one making decisions about it anymore. If you're weighing a conservation easement on ranch property in Southwest Colorado or up around Farmington and Aztec, I'm always happy to talk through it. That's the kind of conversation Blackmore Group Realty has with ranch families pretty regularly. Thanks for watching.